My name is Peter Youssef. My hometown is in Pasadena. It's in Los Angeles, California, and I am currently a fourth-year medical student, just applied to residency. Morehouse School of Medicine has given me the opportunity to practice medicine the way I've always dreamt of doing so. And to me, that's always been serving people who don't necessarily have care to healthcare. I'm Coptic, and so I grew up in a church environment. So a lot of what we did was serving and helping people. And so I think that's one of Morehouse's big missions and something that they truly do give us the opportunity to do. One of Morehouse School of Medicine's missions is health equity and diversity, and providing medical care to everyone that needs it, even people who don't necessarily have access to it, but also giving everyone the opportunity to be a doctor. So that's something that I've noticed throughout not only the curriculum in Morehouse, but also the opportunities they give us. They allow us to go all over the place and to work with underserved, underrepresented minority populations. So I think that is one thing that drew me to the school and something that they absolutely do to help students get that education. I started off college as a mechanical engineer. I think I switched a year and a half in, so about a year and a half, I just wanted a more personable interaction. I wanted a more intimate interaction with patients, people, and so I guess that's when I first knew I wanted to be a doctor. First person I told was, I actually hid it from my parents for a little because my dad's an engineer and he didn't want me to switch. But I told my best friend. I decided to come to this rotation because one of my friends recommended it, actually. Someone who's now in residency. He said he had an amazing time, and so I decided to go for it. I've loved the city. I've loved the food. I'm a big food person, and seafood's my favorite, so Seattle's perfect for that. But also just the experience with the residents and the rotation has been awesome. Since coming to Seattle, I think the biggest thing I've done is just eat and put on weight. The clam chowder, oh my goodness. So I've just been scooting around everywhere and trying different places. But I think the views are incredible. There's a lot of parks to go to. It's been a little rainy, but I enjoy that. And so overall, it's just been an incredible experience. I would tell other students to come to Seattle. The opportunity is unique in that you get to fly somewhere that you've never been before, and you get to explore a new city, meet new people. It's a new demographic of people, and just overall, you get to do things that you've never done before. I am applying OBGYN right now, and going into medical school, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but that's been the one thing that I've really drawn to. I'm doing an anesthesia rotation here because I've always just wanted to see the interplay between anesthesia and OB-GYN. That's what I'm going into. I think it's important for others to support this mission that Morehouse School of Medicine and MiCA are trying to carry out, because in order for anything to be successful, you need people behind it and people supporting it. And it's an incredible opportunity, and for it to be out there and for people to know about it, I think there has to be a support system behind it. MiCA's mission of giving youth of underserved communities this opportunity to explore medicine is extremely valuable. And I say that having gone into engineering college, I didn't really know much about medicine. And I've talked to a lot of my classmates now, and they've at least had some idea, or they grew up having a doctor in the family. And that wasn't necessarily the case for me. And I think I'm, to an extent, lucky and blessed that I am where I am. So to be able to offer that experience to young kids who don't have a parent in the family or who've never been exposed to medicine in that type of way, I think is valuable, because I think how else would they get exposed to the field? I would tell a high schooler who wanted to explore medicine in the future to ask someone they know in the field to shadow, or to find someone that is a family friend, or just someone in a hospital. Doctors are a lot more open and receptive to young ones than we think. So I would say send an email or send a text if there's a phone number, and just ask to go shadow and see if it's really what you want. Health equity and health justice to me is, well, I think their definitions are very complex, but if I had to simplify it into a few words, it would be everyone getting the care that they need when they need it. And I don't think that's the case right now. And having a program like this allows medical students to come out and explore a very different aspect of healthcare. My why to pursuing a career in the medical field is probably the most cliche answer, and it's that I want to help people. And I think that that's the basis of medicine, really. And within different specialties, people find themselves doing that in different ways. So I think there's a much deeper answer, but the heart of it all is really just being there for people in a way that's more intimate than I think any other field, and being able to help them when a lot of the times they're at their lowest.